Hey guys, it's Brian from Martial Arts Fitness Center. We're going to be doing a little foam rolling and some soft tissue work today. So I just want to introduce you to some of the tools that we're going to use. Right here, this one is a piece of black gas pipe. Got some athletic tape wrapped around the outside of it, but pretty easy to make. This is one of the rock balls through rock tape. This is called the stick. This one is 2 lacrosse balls taped together. This one's called a peanut. And then we have our basic foam roller. So we're going to get to work with these and show you a few things you guys can do. So let's cover some of the basics. When we're doing any kind of foam rolling, soft tissue work, we're going to think exactly that, soft tissue. So we want to stay off the spine, stay off the bones. We're going to work about 30 passes on each body part today. So let's get started. So we're going to start at the bottom of the foot. I'm going to use my black gas pipe for this one, kind of get everything warmed up and get going. If it's too intense, I could use my foam roller, which would be a little bit easier. So it's definitely something I can work up to, but I'm going to just make nice full length passes. Again, we're going to do about 30 on each foot. I can angle my foot a little bit to hit the inside of my arch. And then we'll switch and do the other foot. I can press down nice and hard, or I can let off a little bit if it starts to get too intense. And while I'm doing this, if I feel any knots or any like crunchy spots, I can kind of work over that area a little extra, try to work out some of those adhesions. Okay, so next I'm going to go over to my rock ball. Same thing, going to work the bottom of each foot with this one. About 30 passes. I can just go forward and back. I can do circles, both directions, kind of work all different areas. If the spikes on the ball were a little too intense, I could just switch over to a regular, nice, smooth lacrosse ball. Again, doing about 30 passes on each foot. And I can change the intensity by directly how much pressure I'm pushing into the ball. Okay, so next I'm going to hit the calves. This is where the stick comes in nice and handy. I'm going to show it with the foam roller because it's more likely if I have foam roller, there's a good chance I might not have one of these on hand. But you can get these, online. You can get knockoff versions at Walmart, Target. They're pretty widely available, but they come in real handy to hit the calves. So I'm going to come in here. Again, just do about 30 passes. I can angle it, hit both sides, straight down the middle. It's also very portable, which means I can take it anywhere and do my soft tissue work. Okay? But if I have the foam roller, I'm going to do one leg at a time here. It can be a little tougher to hit the calves with the foam roller sometimes, but I'm just going to roll, again, full length, all the way up to the back of the knee, and it can come all the way down onto my Achilles tendon. Nice, big, long passes, guys. So moving right up the leg, we're going to hit the hamstrings next. I can roll both at the same time. For this video, we're going to do one leg at a time, but I'll show both real quick. So with both legs, I would just roll nice, again, big long passes all the way up and down the hamstrings. I can turn my toes out, hit more to the outside of the leg, turn my toes in a little bit. So if I roll one leg at a time, I can get a little bit more pressure in, work in a little bit deeper. So both legs at the same time might be a nice warm-up. This one's going to help me get in there a little bit more. Again, I can turn my toe out, roll more to the outside, turn my toe in, I might have to angle a little bit more, hit more on the inside of the hamstring. But again, rolling about 30 passes here. Good, and we'll switch over, roll the other side. Same thing. When I'm rolling my hamstring, I want to make sure not to come up too high. I don't want to pinch my hamstring at the top. Again, I can turn my foot out, spend some time over here, turn my toe in. Nice, big, long, full passes. All right, next up, guys, we're gonna hit the glutes. Again, I'm gonna do one side at a time. So I wanna make sure, again, we're staying off of bone, stay off my tailbone. So I'm gonna angle myself to one side, and then I'll switch over to do the other side. Okay, so here, these are gonna be a little bit shorter passes. I can turn to my side more and hit on the outside of my hip. I can roll back into the center, but I'm still at a slight angle. Get about 20, 30 passes on each side. Switch over to the other side. Same thing. Okay guys, so we're gonna go on to the back next. We're gonna start out with the foam roller, then we're gonna move on to the peanut. Again, can't stress enough, guys, we're gonna stay off of the spine here. So like with our glutes, when we roll our glutes, we angle to one side to stay off of our hip. We're gonna do the same thing with the foam roller. We're gonna angle ourselves to stay off of the spine. So I can adjust that angle to hit different areas. I can be more to the side. I'm going to roll all the way up to the bottom of my shoulder blade, come all the way down to the top of my hip. Nice, big, long, full passes. If I want to hit a little bit more into the center of my back, I'm going to flatten out a little bit, but again, keeping some angle to stay off of the spine. Nice, big, long, full passes. So again, we're doing about 30 passes on each side. I got a nice big mat area here, so as I start to move back, I'm not really running out of room. So you want to keep that in mind when you're picking a spot to do foam rolling. We'll switch over to the other side. So next up is the peanut, guys. The nice thing about this is because I have this groove in the middle, that's going to fit right around my spinous process. So the two lacrosse balls are going to be able to hit on either side of my spine, really kind of help loosen up those paraspinal muscles. I want to be careful with this one, go slow. Okay, it can be a little much more intense than the foam roller if you're not used to it, but I'm just going to set this up low at the lower back, lay on it, and then I'm going to slowly kind of work my way all the way up through all of the tight spots. So here, I'm just going to work in here. Now I can just lay on the ball and let kind of gravity take over, my body weight sink into the ball and feel everything start to relax. And I can also go real short, nice, up and down. Again, staying off of the spine, very, very important, guys. So work through each segment, move the ball up a little bit. Same thing, I can sit, rest, let my body weight sink into the ball. And then I'll also make nice short passes. Keep working myself up. As I get up into the middle of my back and my upper back, my thoracic and cervical spine, I might find that it's more comfortable just to lay instead of going up and down. Again, as long as I'm following my rules and staying off the spine, taking it nice and easy, I can do either one. Okay, so we have one more segment that we're going to work. I can use both the peanut and the foam roller for this one. I'm going to show you guys two different ways you can do this. One where I can just lay and relax, and then where I'm going to do some just basic head turns, kind of work across the muscles a little bit. Okay, so first with the foam roller, just going to lay on my back, nice and relaxed, trying to hit the foam roller right into the base of the skull. So I can just lay here for a few minutes. Again, just letting the weight of my head sink down into the foam roller. And I can also do some nice, easy, gentle, just head turns, like I'm saying no. Again, nice and easy. Remember guys, here we're not rolling our spine on the foam roller, we're moving across it. So there is a difference there versus me rolling up and down across my spine. Again, but I want to feel the pressure right at the base of the skull here. Okay, and then on to the peanut, same thing. I want to position this one so I feel it right into the base of the skull, again, off of the spine. Here I can just lay, let it really sink in. I don't need to do head turns with this one. I can just lay here and relax. It'll start to feel pretty good after a few minutes of laying here. Okay, and that's it guys. So if you have time and you want to work backwards through the whole sequence, work back down the spine with the peanut, go back over to lower back, middle back with the foam roller, onto the glutes, hamstrings, calves, bottom of the feet. Feel pretty good afterwards guys.